Man accused of killing Amigos rapper Takeoff may now have a better chance of getting out of jail. Today, a judge lowered Patrick Clark's bond from $2 million to $1 million. Clark was arrested exactly 1 month after the shooting that investigators say stemmed from a fight over a dice game. ABC 13's Micah Hatfield joins us in studio with how the judge made the decision. Micah.
We just about had a mini trial today during this bond reduction hearing with witnesses called to the stand. It lasted hours, which isn't very common. Patrick Clark's attorney argued that if the victim wasn't who he was, they wouldn't be arguing over a bond reduction to this extent. Prosecutors snapped back, saying it was offensive to suggest that this case was more important than others. Patrick Clark sat in the courtroom today waiting to learn if he would spend another night in jail or if his bond would be lowered to something his family could make. The 33-year-old is accused of shooting and killing Kershnik Kari Ball, best known as Takeoff, a member of the Grammy-nominated rap trio Migos. The shooting happened outside of a bowling alley in downtown Houston in the early morning hours of November 1st and caught worldwide attention. Clark's bond was originally set at $2 million. His attorney requested it be set at a, quote, reasonable amount, $100,000. Over the course of today's bond reduction hearing, Leticia Quinones said the most Clark's family could afford was a $300,000 bond. The judge lowered bond to $1 million with certain conditions in place. And to consider lowering it more, Judge Hill requested a financial affidavit from Clark detailing his assets. What we learned in court is that he worked as a promoter for clubs with exotic dancers, has lived at home with his parents on and off since high school, does not have a car, and his father estimated that his income is between $30,000 and $40,000 a year.
There are some things that the judge has asked us to do, and we intend to follow through with those things.
Following Takeoff's death on November 1st, the Houston police detective on the case testified that Clark searched articles on his phone about the shooting, even went as far as to search his own name and age in relation to the rapper's death. But his attorney says he did not know he was the prime suspect in the case. The defense says they've received significant amounts of evidence to prove Clark acted in self-defense.
He will have a valid and meritorious claim for self-defense. However, we will reserve any right to questions and to talk about that further specifically in court, because we want to try this case in court, which is where it should be, not in the media.
And both sides will be back in court on December 27th to discuss lowering bond more. Authorities said today that still many witnesses are not cooperating with police. They said that fellow Migos rapper Quavo, who was there that night, stayed on scene but has not been cooperative with authorities. Live in the studio, Micah Hatfield, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.